On Filthy Built, we tear yet another truck apart that ran and drove in here.
I gotta get a video of it running before I tear it apart so we all know it run. Oh yeah, she runs like a 72 model. Well, maybe not. All right, we're starting to tear down. Well, I got the battery out anyways. So the goal is to keep as much stuff intact as we can and then make the swap as easy as we can. I'm not really trying to restore this truck. I'm just trying to enjoy driving it. But so, yeah, we're just gonna try to do the same thing they done over here to this one. Just pull the body off and set our body on it. Are we recording? Really? I can't see. Saying don't pick it up till it's y'all hate it when you get your drain pan ready, catch all this coolant or oil or whatever it is, and you don't get none. So if you didn't have the pan under there, it would have went everywhere. So let's try it again. Come on, over here. Works over here. Oh. Yep, you're working now. Alright, so got it on the lift. Got most of the stuff under the hood undone. Front core support bolts. Now I'm working on some wiring and gonna get the body bolts. Probably gonna have to pull the carpet and seat and all that stuff. Gonna leave the fuel tank hooked up now because I don't want to smell like gas. I'll probably do it first thing in the morning. The truck ain't in bad shape to be 72 model. Where's the rockers or the quarter cap corners? Pretty solid old truck. Hard to do one-handed. Got the front ones out. Where they at? Right there. Well, right there. Now I gotta get the. These right here. Shouldn't be too bad. All right, so I've been working on it about 4.5 hours, and I'm getting ready to take the body off. All right, so we got it raised up. Fixing to roll the frame out and the motor. Get this body on the ground so if it wants to shift, it won't fall and hurt anything. Oh, look who showed up.
Can't leave you alone for 5 hours.
Shows up after all the work's done.
Every time
Yeah,
you get
look.
a second.
All the work's done now, and it shows up. It's almost like he's got a camera in here or something.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
You gotta show up when the hard work's done.
Yep, well, good. You can do the AC stuff.
No, that's not fun. If I would have known that, I would have been here.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
No, that wasn't bad.
They thought we were lying by the time they seen in that video that this truck would already be torn apart in a million pieces.
Well, it's been less than 24 hours since you... Well, it ain't even been a couple hours since you posted that video.
Not even 12.
Yeah. Yep. Bed's ready to come off too. Got that covered up for the night.
Before we can actually get this box in, there's 3 holes. He can explain it better. You go at it.
What is it?
The holes and all this and that and the other, and how we're not going to do any of this, and because there's a lot more involved. And it's 60-year-old AC that's still going to suck, so making bigger holes and doing all that's not really worth it.
Yeah, so this hole, and this hole is going to be showing. So we're going to weld them up, paint them. This is the stock AC cab. It's supposed to stop. We go up to here and then stop down here.
And it'd be metal.
So be metal like that over.
And then,
but once you put the box in, it has metal to cover this gap. And you still have a good enough opening here for airflow.
right.
So the idea is don't spend too much time on it because we may put this truck on bags. And if we do, we're going to have to remove all this stuff anyways.
And it'll just end up getting vintage air. Because I told him the likelihood of 60-year-old AC and heat being worth a crap, probably not going to be very good.
Yeah.
So
we're going to use it because we got it.
Yeah. So we're going back to OEM spec.
Yeah.
With less time involved as we can, because there's no reason doing all that when vintage air has a plate and all that stuff. And
yeah. We're going to try it like this for now.
Right. Don't do it at home if you plan on reselling. We're not going to resell this truck, so we don't really care how we do it at the moment. But, yeah. And also, when you go around to actually welding these holes, aluminum or copper is your best friend. The MIG welder will not stick to the aluminum or copper, so especially on these bigger holes, whether you have a friend that can sit there and hold that aluminum from behind, or if you can get a clamp between, that works best in my opinion, because I've welded a lot of holes without having anything behind it, and what tends to happen is your weld will be shaped like a pyramid, and when you grind down, there's not going to be any material right there in the center, and you're just going to be chasing your tail. And then you're not going to have good contact, and it's just going to end up cracking, and it's no fun. I learned that the hard way, so maybe I seem like I know what I'm doing, and it works good.
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly. And this is going to take a little bit longer than we expected. We're going to try to get the body set on today, but we're waiting on body bushings. We can't actually put the AC box on because with it being a 60-year-old gasket and the holes not perfectly lining up, new gasket, and Mainly the stuff you can replace while you're here, so you don't turn back around and chase your tail, because moisture gets in the cab from the firewall, or just random bushings that are 60 plus years old. Because when you look at it that way, this is a 60, 70-year-old truck, and stuff is going to be worn out.
67?
How old is it?
What's 72?
So what's the math on that? 50? I don't know.
Maybe that's 50.
Well, same thing. Old enough.
Yeah. Well, we're going to buy some. I ordered some maintenance stuff, some new body bushings, new gaskets. And I think while we're doing it, we're going to go ahead and clean up the firewall. Make it, see if we can make this old green shine a little bit.
Right. Because when you build vehicles, you tend to say, well, while I'm already here, but we're trying to keep that to a minimum. So instead of while we're here, let's put a new booster on it and this and that and the other, we're just going to try to clean it up and make it look better than it already does. Because there's no point in having the cab off the truck and not clean the engine bay at all. That just don't make much sense in our eyes. Got to at least show a little bit of effort, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to get him to hold the camera, and I'm going to get to weld. Typically, you want to just bring back the shine, and that's most of the time we use this. This is mainly for vehicles that don't have clear coat. It brings it back to the way it looked as soon as it's sprayed. And we're just going to hit everything you'll see on this firewall before we put everything in here. So probably do right here. And typically on this paint, you don't want to hit it with a motorized buffer. If you do, you want to do it with a really, really soft brush. But the more I'm looking at it now, this paint's really, really oxidized and has a bunch of contamination in it. So that's why it looks darker than it is. And it's actually stripping off a lot of that black oxidation like that. So let's see if I can pull it up on camera. Yeah, you see how black it used to be, and it started stripping off. We might try to hit it with something on the drill, but we're also trying not to burn through the paint itself. So after about 10 minutes of a little bit of elbow grease, it looks a little bit better. I mean, the truck's not perfect, but it brought back a little bit more green to it. I think it'll look fine. I think it looks good. There is not much you can do when you have rust, original paint, original black undercoating, and stuff of that nature. And, you know, half of it's going to be covered up anyway. Like, I didn't even touch around here because, of course, the AC box goes in. Up here, I just kind of wiped it down and really was just focused right in this area. I mean, you still got a booster to put in. The new steering column will be there. Stuff like that. I just kind of wipe this with a nitty gritty wipe. We'll end up probably cleaning the inner fenders because the inner fenders is a really big piece. We're not going to repaint them or anything, just clean them up. They're real dirty and dingy looking. But, you know, right up there, all this black oxidization was all through here. You couldn't see any color, but it definitely looks a lot better. So we were going to wait to put the body on for the body mounts. Were you kidding me? We're going to put some tape on that.
I gotta check it.
Okay. But Dad has been prepping the frame to actually sit the body on. We're going to sit the body on without body mounts, which I guess if you wanted to, we had old ones we can sit on there, but we're not too worried about it because it's only going to be up maybe say half an inch maybe.
What's that?
The body's going to be set up maybe half an inch once you put body mounts on it, if that.
I'm gonna put the old ones back on for now.
Okay.
And get everything plumbed and wired.
Yeah. Figure out how to keep it going on that. That'll get this area where this frame's been sitting clean and out of the way, because really the AC part is done. We filled in the holes we need to. All we need to do is actually put it in there once the gasket comes in. So that'll probably be next week before we actually get to that, or a week after. We really don't know, especially being towards the end of the year. There's no telling. We started another build at the perfect time.
Yeah.
But yeah, as y'all seen, we already moved the other frame, so we're gonna open the door, get you set up on the tripod, and get everything moved. We definitely should clean those inner fenders. They'll look good once they're cleaned up. That was just with a nitty-gritty wipe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Firewall looks a ton better. It matches the body, kinda, which I know you're against it, but I feel like we should buff the truck once we get it all together. It will look a little bit better. It's got that, you can see what it can look like.
No problem.
Just from sitting out in the sun. But since it's like a 20, 30-year-old paint job, pretty good.
Yep.
We also did, I wish I was filming, we almost lost it. The truck about fell off. That would not have been good.
No,
We would have packed up and not touched anything for a year, I felt like. This leg over here.
Oh, I would have cried.
Yeah, I would have cried too. This arm was actually like that arm, and somehow when I was raising it up, it slipped and it teetered like at least 6 inches off of the back ones, and it was about to go.
We're gonna keep doing this. We need to build a dolly.
Yeah, we need to build a dolly for these for sure. But I mean, you had body off in what, 3 hours, 4 hours? So it sounds like we'll probably be doing more since if they're that explanatory and easy. So now we're trying to justify pulling the old battery tray off or pull the radiator off. A, we destroy a battery tray because battery trays are rusty and it's old. Or B, fluid goes everywhere but the pan. I think we should just go back to a 9-to-5 job and not work on cars ever again.
See if we can push it over that much.
So we end up getting the body set on there. It's not 100% straight, but the body is on there.
Who else is in 2024?
You say what?
Who else is straight in 2024?
Right. But not really too worried about getting everything perfect yet because we still have to jack it up, put body mounts in it. But those wheels, to me, look good. They look better than any other typical 18 to 20 inch polished torque thrust. I can't stand them. These are old school and they actually look good. It will settle down a lot more. This is not going to be the ride height. It will be probably down another 1/2 inch more after everything's together and settled. But it looks really good, especially if you step back right here. It's going to look good.
Look at it.
Just look at that. Would you look at it?
Oh, look at this. What are you wiping the windows?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's nice and shiny.
I just got to stand back and look at it. Looks like a pop-off truck.
It looks exactly like a pawpaw truck. It's just missing white letter tires now.
Ugh. Mm.
But
some 20s on it.
24s. But the bronze.
They won't fit.
Oh, they won't.
Well, I could.
They can.
I have to cut the bed floor, which we're going to do anyways.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. You have to put a picture of the 22s in there.
Yeah. 22s would look really good. But let's see how good the Firewall looks after I wasted 20 minutes of my life trying to polish it. Yeah. There's something about that air filter that actually looks pretty good on there. It's a lot less bare bone now.
Yeah.
A lot of accessories going on. It don't look bad. Once it's all together, it look pretty close to original. If we do it right. On these trucks, we had to take the radiator out. Y'all seen that? You can't get it past where the radiator actually sits in the front clip itself, so we ended up just having to pull it off. The plumb bob thing, I don't even know if that filmed. If that didn't even get on video, yeah, that didn't work.
It works if you lower the body down with all this missing.
Right, if it was just a bare frame, yeah, no problem. But when you got the booster and all the steering and all that, it's just, you can't do it. Because we had to move this like all the way over the passenger side, then bring it all the way back and lower it down. And That was a whole shindig. I mean, you can see right there how close everything is. But I think that's good. I told them next video they'll see the body on, so it's on now.
Oh. Give me plenty to do till we get some parts in.
Oh yeah. But
at least a couple hours worth of work.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of sourcing nuts and bolts and figuring out where everything goes and actually going over everything really. Because this was the easy part. Hard part's making sure you get everything right and all back in one spot where it's supposed to go, like the AC and get the steering column.
Yep.
All the accessory stuff's done, but I mean the brakes, all that stuff, the booster's gotta be put back on, and don't have to bleed the brakes. Hopefully not.
Mm-hmm.
If the brakes were good before,
possibly.
Really, the hardest part out of all this is going to be shortening the bed. That's going to probably be 20, 30 hours in itself. Probably
worth it though.
Will be worth it. We're probably going to end up clear coating the bare metal after we cut the bed. I don't think there's any other way to do it besides keep it like that. Show that you actually know what you're doing. If you do a good job, if it don't turn out good, we can just throw some mud on it and paint it. But
yeah. I think it'll work.
It just all depends on how the bodywork is on the bed now. I mean, if it's got a bunch of mud on it, there's nothing we can do. But we're going to have to end up put mud back, yeah. It all depends. Y'all see that in the next video. We'll have everything buttoned up, have the bed set on it, and hopefully drive it next video. I really don't know. It'll probably be 2 more videos after this. I'm not really for sure. But yeah, it's not bad for having the cab off the frame the day after we pick this frame up. We're making good progress. Now he gets to sit here and do more fun stuff like plugging everything up. Happy with the results.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's really good.